Good morning. Welcome to your Friday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom for your day. Running a few minutes late because I'm still not adjusted to daylight savings time. I wish they'd stop doing that to us. Anywho, had a nice dinner last night with my friend Diane. We had some great Mexican food, and so now we made it to Friday. Good morning, Abigail. Welcome. Glad you're here. Awesome. People will be starting to roll in as usual, which is good. And we are continuing our string with the Sacred Forest deck. Good morning, Gwen. Welcome. Glad you're here. So I just love that doorway. I just think that's the coolest thing. Good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome. Everybody popping in. Cindy, good morning, good morning. Everybody's waking up and getting bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, all that fun stuff. So our card for today is actually the card that is showing on the cover, and we've had it recently. So to me, again, when cards pop up multiple times, there's something we need to pay attention to. Good morning, Mel. Glad you are here. Awesome. So let's start with some breathing. I think we need some breathing and some tapping today. Good morning, Janine. Welcome. We did recently have this card. Absolutely. So let's start with some tapping on the chest. Some nice deep belly breaths. Filling ourselves up with this day full of promise, full of opportunities, strengths, things to look at, feel, smell, do. Good morning, Beth. Welcome, welcome. And then let's just do side of the hands together as a reset. Reset, new day, new start. All right. So, Denise Lynn, Sacred Forest. And the card is Ancient Oak Spirit. Strength. The word is strength. This is actually the second card in the deck. So it shows up very early. And if you look, you can see there's some lights and orbs up in the top of that ancient tree. So let's see what it has to tell us today. Ancient Oak Spirit. Strength. Walking softly into the forest, you can hear the deep, sonorous voice of the oak. When the great oak speaks, the forest becomes still and listens. Excuse me, got a tickle. Although you may not consciously be aware of them, powerful and profound messages seep into your soul and can be felt at the core of your being. How awesome is that? Good morning, Diane. Glad you're here. This card represents standing strong in your truth. Standing strong in your truth. So if you're sitting or you're standing, just going to plant your feet. Ground yourself into Mother Earth. So breathe in. Exhale through your feet. Sending your roots down into Mother Earth. Anchoring yourself. Grounding yourself. It appears as a sign that you need to step into your strength. Or conversely, when you are responding to a situation with too much strength. Recall how a strong wind will cause the flexible willow to bend, but the rigid oak branch to break. So rigidity is not going to serve you. Holding yourself tight and strong is not going to serve you. It's that flexible strength that moves with what's happening. The appearance of the ancient oak spirit may also foretell mystical experiences ahead. How cool is that? Again, I think much of this is around us all the time. We don't pay attention. When we allow ourselves to slow down enough, we begin to notice how much more is there. Oak spirit acts as a reminder of the wellspring of power within you. Traditionally, this tree has symbolized endurance, strength, mystical wisdom, courage, and nobility. Remember that inner strength means speaking your truth without guile or over-explaining yourself. And that over-explaining piece, most of us have an unhealthy dose of that. Well, I can't do that because I have this and this and this and this, and I'm really sorry, but it isn't going to work out, and blah, blah. No, sorry, I can't do that. Done. Full sentence. End of story. All right? Because what happens when you over-explain is you work your way around in a circle back to, oh, I guess I can. And you take on things you don't want to be taking on. So, no, sorry, I can't do that. Some little statement and done. No explanations necessary. It means living with full authenticity, even if everyone seems against you. Because really, they're not against you. They're just struggling. Good morning, Lucy. Struggling with fitting together their authenticity with your authenticity. And sometimes two authentic people just don't chime. It happens. It's not a good fit. It doesn't mean either one of you is bad. And we're seeing so much of that right now, especially on the political front, that they're not just denigrating a platform or a stance on something. They're denigrating the other human being. Good morning, Holly. Welcome. Which, that's not good for anybody. That's not good for anybody. It is fine to say, I disagree with someone's opinion. It is not fine to say, and they're a terrible, horrible, awful human being. Not cool. Not cool. The oak doesn't need to overtly declare its power. It just is. Remember the stag card we had earlier this week? Same thing. It just stands in its presence, stands in its authority, its personal authority. It doesn't have to be loud about, look over here, here I am, I'm the leader, blah, blah, blah. No, 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 no. Not necessary. It can be that quiet, grounded strength. There may be a blockage in your life or one soon to come. So, when and if it shows up, greet it. Invite it in. What am I meant to learn from this blockage? There's a reason it's showing up in my life. Rather than cursing it, oh, woe is me, and why is this happening to me? Why is this happening for me? What am I meant to learn from this particular seeming obstacle? All right? This is a card of good fortune. If a dream has eluded you, know that you have the fortitude to achieve your goals. Help from mystical realms is at hand. And what is it that we need to remember with help from the mystical realms? Ask. Ask. They can't intervene if we're not open to receiving. Ask. Okay, Spirit, okay, universe, okay, ancestors, give me some guidance here. What is next? What step do I take? Where do I plant this foot that's hovering in midair, waiting to know where to land? Believe in your own inner strength. What are currently obstacles will be tomorrow's stepping stones to success. Good morning, Lisa Bloom. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. So, again, rather than viewing it as an obstacle, view it as that opportunity that's like drawing the bow back so you can release it and the arrow goes much further forward. You have a beautiful day also, dear. Yes, Jeannie and I are getting together to celebrate her birthday belated, so I think we'll have a great time. The spirit of the ancient oak, and I'm going to show you the picture again because it's pretty darn cool, says, you are wise and strong beyond measure. Stand firm and rooted where you are. Ground those feet again, right? Speak your truth. You are intuitively guided in the right direction. I will tell her hello, absolutely. Think about this too. We are intuitively guided in the right direction. In other words, we can't screw this up. We can't screw this up. If we take what looks like a detour off of our path, out of fear, out of whatever, we're still going to learn something. Good morning. Thanks, Cindy. Appreciate you posting that. We're still going to learn something that's probably going to be useful later on our path. I'm trying to remember who said this to me. If it was my brother or someone, basically made the acknowledgement that something that had been learned many years earlier now was coming into play. It was a latent learning. It sat there all this time, not being useful, waiting to be useful, and current circumstances opened that up, and that learning from many years ago is now serving its purpose. Can you see that? Or have there ever been times when, like for me, it would be a training or a class or reading a book or whatever. I don't know why I need this, but for some reason I think I need this. And later down the line, several of those, I don't know why I need this, would come together into the divine orchestration that's meant to be movement forward. It's way cool. It's way cool. For us, the human being, it's having the faith and trust to follow those little prompts, to follow those little prompts. Stop at this place, go here, call this person, do that, be here, stop doing, just be. All that stuff. We get the guidance. Do we heed it? Do we listen to it? Or do we have such a cacophony of noise in our world that we can't even hear that voice that says, nope, not that way, over here. And again, even if we go that way, we'll pick up something useful and we'll circle back around and be on the path we're meant to be on. You cannot screw this up. So stop waiting around to make decisions. Good morning, Angie. Glad you're here. Thank you for the sunshine. Stop waiting around to make decisions. And I remember one person I was working with many years ago who was waffling on a decision. And I was getting frustrated to the point where, I don't know, what are we doing? 12 sessions on the same thing. And it's obvious to everybody, take the step. And she just couldn't make it happen. She couldn't overcome her fear enough to take the step. And so I did my next 3 things, cheeky little activity with her. And I said, okay, when you leave this session, we're going to ask the question in the session. But when you leave this session, I want you to pay attention to the next 3 things that happen. There's your answer. There's your answer. So we pose the question, do I do this thing that had been hanging on the precipice for how long and just needed to get the kick over the edge? So she's driving home and she runs the question through her head again. Should I really do this? Really give me a sign that's so obvious that I cannot miss it. It had been cloudy all day. The clouds parted, the sun shone down. Oh! And then she laughed. And then she called me and she made the decision. But really, why does it take that much? We get so fear-based. We get so wound around our axle about we're going to make the wrong choice and screw it up. No, again, you really can't screw this stuff up. You really can't. Whatever, again, side roads you might take will add to your wisdom for moving forward. It's all good. It's all good. Just take a step. Just take a step. So, if you would like support from all of us with regard to this, put a little something in the feed about what you would like support with. You don't have to give us the whole thing. I need support with a work situation. I need support with a home situation. I need support with a self-doubt. Exactly. Years of programming. Time to transcend the programming. Unplug from the matrix. The matrix is, again, if we go back to Sharon Ellison, is full of warlike language and warlike models and winners and losers and all of that garbage. And the book I'm reading right now, he's basically saying we need to return to a more indigenous way of thinking. Everything is linked together. Everything I do impacts everything else. The butterfly flaps its wings in one place and a tsunami gets set off somewhere else. Own your place in the universe. Own your place in the universe. Own your path. Take your steps. Do your part. Be, right? Good morning, Mandy. Glad you are here. So, what is it you're being called to do? What is it you are being called to do? And if it feels like it's too darn big and you can't do it, what's the littlest baby step in the right direction? Teeny tiny, ridiculously small, toenail length forward, all right? Little itty bitty. Do that. Do that. It might be, I just need to sit still for a bit. I just need to be quiet. I just need to have some time to myself. My dad was gone last night. He's at my sister's. And I can't tell you how much better I slept not having an ear leaning toward, okay, is he up? Is he, what's he up to? So take advantage of those opportunities that you get. Create some opportunities for yourself. I'm going to go take a painting class. I'm going to go do a dance class. I'm going to go sit and watch the water go past by the river. I'm going to call up so-and-so and go have lunch. I'm going to journal. I'm going to sit and write I'm going to set a timer for an hour, and I'm going to sit and write for a solid hour. Yes, toenail length. Whatever amount is actually literally doable. a teeny inching forward, because that then lets the universe know, I am ready. I'm ready. So help me move forward some more. All right. Have an awesome Friday, y'all. Enjoy your day. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Remember, you have the strength of the mighty oak. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.